For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting, iDiskiTimes.co.za. It's Mamelodi Sundowns 4, Orlando Pirates 1. Mamelodi Sundowns Vulum Sansa between Ball and Orlando Pirates at the top of Betway Premiership. Amagol Amabini from potentially player or a footballer of the season, Lucas Ribeiro, proving it yet once again ukuthi he is the best player in this country. He must be neutralized and play for Ibafana Bafana, but Coach Picasso uzanike opinion yakhe emveni ngoba engichazele ukuthi everything ngandona ngomdlalo wanamhlanje ngichazele ngoRibero, but before sethe ngomdlalo I want to make it different. Didla ngothi masithe ngomdlalo uqala, but namhlanje ngifuna sethe ngoLucas Ribeiro Costa. What do you make of this player?
I think Ribero, every week in and week out, he's a person that is showing that he's a cut above the rest. You know, week in and week out, without fail. He makes sure that he plays like a big player. He makes no mistakes. He's lethal in front of goal. He's creative. He's dynamic. He creates artificial attacks. You know, from his thinking capacity. He's a thinker. Whenever he has the ball, you feel that Sundowns have a chance. You feel that they can create. In 1v1 situations, he's lethal. When he cuts inside, he's lethal. In terms of 1v1 with the goalkeeper, he's a good finisher. First time finish, he can take 2 touches, doesn't matter. If he needs to drive with the ball and dribble people, he does it with ease. With ease. And these are players that are supposedly at his level. But he seems as if he's playing football in the street or somewhere in the park. So for me, he's without fail the player of the season. I'm brave enough to say that.
Yes, he plays Ribeiro. If we opposition, I'm sure Uguti 80 or 90% your plans are. Yes, you must attack, you must also showcase your own potential, you must also show Uguti now you are here to play. But I'm sure Uguti Mamelodi Sundowns, one player of focus on Lucas Ribeiro. Do you think Orlando Pirates did enough to contain that player?
I think even in moments when they had their attention on him, Sundowns is such a good team. They have so many weapons. You know, they had Peter as a weapon behind the defense. They had Reynas as a weapon behind the defense. I mentioned that in the TTP show. In the TTP show, I mentioned that if Sundowns are going to score, the weakest points that Orlando Pirates possess is their rest defense, first of all. When they are in attack, that 2-2 structure against such a good team, I believe it should have changed. And that makes me go into the game now to say, in the second half, Coach Ribeiro was very brave. Very brave. I think I learned a lot today from him as a young coach. He changed his structure to a 3-4-3. And Sundowns also plays a 3-4-3. So now that creates 1v1 situations across the pitch. Now that goes to qualitative superiority. 1v1 battles. Whoever wins their 1v1, they get chances. Sundowns won their 1v1s and they got chances. And they buried those chances. And then you look at how Pirates scored. With the same formation, they scored. I think Coach Ribeiro, after scoring that goal, should have went back to his normal formation because Sundowns didn't realize in the first 15 minutes of the second half that they changed the formation and they have changed their approach.
Where do you think Orlando Pirates lost to Mr.
I think there were players that were not brave enough in that Pirates 11. I think I could single out maybe 3 or 4 players. I think Dlamini was outstanding. I thought he was outstanding. And I think Tito, whenever Dlamini tried to push and drive the team, he got moments, but he didn't find as much joy as he would want to. I think Rele was marked out of the game. I think the tactic of Grant supporting Tapelo Morena there to make it a 2v1 or a 2v2 if Marco is going up the pitch, that was good from Sundowns' perspective. But I think where Pirates lost the game is in their 1v1 battles. Whether offensive or defensive, whether in transitions, defending the transition, making the transitions, whether in set pieces, they lost their 1v1s. And against a team like this, you lose as many 1v1s as that, chances are they are going to score a lot of goals.
Orlando Pirates, coming into this game, Ibingakange conceded more than 2 goals. Okay, the last time they conceded 4 was in the Carling Knockout Cup against Makis. But coming to Umdlalo wanamhlanje, Orlando Pirates hasn't conceded more than 2 goals with Betway Premiership, but namhlanje they conceded 4.
I mean,
yazi umbuzo wami ngilanda ukuthi after they lost to Thabiso Sasane against Sekhukhune, would you say ukuthi that was a big blow for them coming into umdlalo wanamhlanje?
I think it was a big blow. I think there are people. There are certain players that were exposed at the back in the defense of Orlando Pirates. I mean, Thapelo just got back from an injury. He didn't look convincing in against Sekhukhune midweek. He comes today against these players that are as good as this. Of course, it's going to show. You know, I think Sesane was a huge miss. I don't think they missed Mbata, because I think from Orlando Pirates side, Kabelo Dlamini was the outstanding player who was replacing Mbata. So I don't think they missed. I suspected that Mahopa will start, because we know he provides a good press. He provides energy up top to make the Sundowns build up uncomfortable. I thought that he would start, and he did. But I mean, Orlando Pirates should go away from this game saying, we've learned, you know, we've learned, we've suffered.
And sorry to cut you, what would you say they learned from this game?
I think they not only the players would have learned, but the technical team would have learned, the management would have learned that they need more depth, they need quality. If you look at the Pirates players and the Sundowns 11, take the 2 11s, right? Which Pirates player walks into that Sundowns 11? That will give you an answer as to how far they are from Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, I think if you pound for pound, which Pirates player can walk? I think after this game, I think out of reputation, Tito walks in there, Rele walks in there, and then out of performance, Dlamini walks in there. Those 3 players. But some of the players did not come to the party. Their build-ups were not smooth. They were not brave enough. They were just not brave enough. I felt like if they were brave enough, they could have gotten something out of the game. But they were just not brave enough in terms of their build-up schemes. They didn't change them. Only in the second half, they showed eager. They showed that they want to attack. They showed that, okay, we are number 2 on the log. They played like they have nothing to lose. And that's what we wanted to see. I think the second half was more interesting from a Pirates perspective than it was from a Sundowns perspective.
Coach Picasso, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's Mamelodi Sundowns 4, Orlando Pirates 1 at Loftus Stadium. Thank you so much for watching iDiski TV.